Gaya ng makulimlim na panahon, madilim din ang ating demokrasya.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's JD. Pag-usapan natin tong naging decision ng Supreme Court of the Philippines regarding sa pagdi-dismiss ng impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. And ako talaga, I would say na suportado ko yung panguluhan ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kasi ramdam talaga namin, lalo na ng mga OFW, yung pagmamahal. Andyan yung nag-open siya ng sariling hospital para sa mga Filipino foreign workers or overseas Filipino workers. And then, talagang nag-boom yung infrastructure. Hindi siya na nagdamot, I would say, kasi kitang-kita naman, very transparent yung ginawa niya. And iba yung pagmamahal niya talaga sa tao, talagang pangmasa. Iba yung pagmamahal ng mga sundalo and then ng mga kapulisan. And imagine siya lang yung presidenteng nakaisip na i-extend yung 10 years na expiration date ng passport. And yun na nga, dala ng politika, karoon ng hidwaan. Sila Marcos and then Martin Romualdez, kasama ng asawa niya si Liza Marcos, and pinag-initan yung pamilyang Duterte. And nakapag-desisyon na yung Supreme Court and dismiss. Gandang balita to para sa mga sumusuporta sa pagka-vice-presidente ni Sara Duterte. Let's start dito sa nilabas na video na Supreme Court from ANC na kinover nila. Yeah.
The Supreme Court has ruled that the House impeachment complaint versus VP Sara Duterte is barred by the one-year rule and that due process or fairness applies during all stages of the impeachment process. I quote, "Our fundamental law is clear. The end does not justify the means." Another quote, "There is a right way to do the right things at the right time. This is what the rule of just law means. This is what fairness or due process of law means, even for impeachment." End of quote. In a unanimous decision today, July 25, 2025, the Supreme Court en banc declared the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte unconstitutional, noting that it is barred by the one-year rule under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 5 of the Constitution, and that it violates the right to due process enshrined in the Bill of Rights. Therefore, the Senate could not acquire jurisdiction over the impeachment proceedings. However, the court said it is not absolving Vice President Duterte from any of the charges against her. But any subsequent impeachment complaint may only be filed starting February 6, 2026. The case stemmed from 4 impeachment complaints against Vice President Duterte. The first 3 were filed before the House by private individuals and different groups on December 2, 4, and 19 in 2024. A 4th complaint was lodged by a resolution approved by more than 1/3.
Okay, let's stop from there. So it's basically saying na dismissed talaga yung final na impeachment case kay VP Sara Duterte. Ako hindi I'm not a lawyer, politicians. Nagre-react lang tayo rito. And pero kahit ordinaryong tao ka, isang Pilipino, maintindihan mo naman yung naging panayam and decision ng Supreme Court. Sabi, hindi naman daw totally na parang makakatakas yung kaso mawawala. Pwede pa rin silang mag-file by next year, February. Pero mali kasi yung proseso na ginawa nila. Ayun yung based on my understanding. Kahit ordinaryong Pilipino, kayang-kaya mo namang intindihin to 'di ba? Minsan yung ibang matatalino pa na mga professional, hindi nila matanggap na yun yung totoo, kaya binabaluktot nila. Meron dito yung naging panayam ni senior member ng Supreme Court, si Leonen, alam ko yung last name niya. Ang sabi niya rito, on a final note, It is not our duty to favor only political result. Ours is to ensure that politics are framed within the rule of law, of just law. And then yan, yung karugtong. And then second part, we understand our history. We have learned that in the past, momentary desires to do what is convenient and concede means to ends have inadvertently created precedents that weaken the succor of law for those who dissent, or those at our society's margins, or those who may have fallen out of grace from the powers that be, and so on. And for the last part, we will not allow that to happen again. We will not hesitate to declare what is legal, just, and right for our people. There is a right way to do the right thing at the right time. This is what the rule of just law means. This is what fairness or due process of law means, even for impeachment. So kasi meron na tayong history talaga ng nagkakaroon ng impeachment. Kay Erap, tapos yung Chief Justice Corona, and then kay Arroyo, alam ko nagkaroon din siya ng impeachment trial or something. Ang ibig ipaiwatig dito ng Supreme Court, we've been through many impeachment trials in the past. Yung ibang part doon, nagkamali, hindi nasunod yung sa batas somehow. And at this time, inaral talaga nila and binasa nila yung decision nila ng pagdidismiss ng impeachment kay Sara regarding sa batas ng Pilipinas. And imagine, ang dami nilang Supreme Court justices, majority nag-vote na i-dismiss. And based on that decision ng Supreme Court, let's see yung mga naging panayam sa Office of the Vice President, and then yung naging reactions ng ibang mga kilalang tao kagaya nila Ka Eric. Official statement from Defense Team of Vice President Sara Duterte. We welcome the Supreme Court's ruling declaring the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte unconstitutional for violating the one-year bar under Article 11, Section 3.5 of the 1987 Constitution, and so on. From Sulong Aguila. And then from Ka Eric, let us help share this important message. There is still hope, Filipino people. In the midst of bureaucratic blunders of crisis in political leadership of high-profile scandals that make our country a laughingstock in the international community of public personalities who think like clowns and act like they are in a circus, the Supreme Court timely reminds us that we are still a country of laws and that no one is above the law. So, yeah, the Filipino is still worth living for, from Prosecutor Chris Gonzalez. Another one from Ka Eric. The real purpose of law is to serve justice. Justice must be based on fairness and objective truth. The Philippine Supreme Court has reaffirmed this legal doctrine and spirit of law, and the Supreme Court's decision has also emphasized that due process and equal protection of law are mandated requirements of any legal procedure, including the impeachment and the attending process on it. Okay. Other reactions. Ito, sa mga kakampinks. Combination ng mga kakampink and then yung mga member ng Congress ni Martin Romualdez. Laila de Lima, hindi tayo dapat masanay sa mga leader na hindi napapanagot, hindi pa tapos ang laban. Kay Ontiveros, nakakadismaya itong biglaang pagpigil ng Korte Suprema sa pagdaraos ng impeachment trial laban kay VP Sara Duterte. Bam Aquino, matibay ang aking panindigan na dapat ipagpatuloy ang impeachment trial bilang co-equal branch. Malinaw ang mandato ng konstitusyon. Kapangyarihan sa kaya nararapat na irespeto ang proseso ng impeachment. Kiko, Pangilinan, pardon my language and with all due respect, pero sa usapin ng impeachment, kinapon o pinusasan ng Korte Suprema ang House of Representatives at ang Senado. Pinigil ang aming trabaho at mandato. Co-equal ang Senado at HOR sa SC, hindi ito tama. Si Shell Jokno, Dilawan, sa desisyong ito, talo ang taong bayan, talo ang pananagutan. Si, ano pa ito, Percy something, ang tawag nila si Ngiwi. Ayun, Representative Percy gustong panagutin ang mga hukom sa Korte Suprema. Anong panagutin? Supreme Court yan eh. Ewan ko sa iyo. We respect the Supreme Court, but our constitutional duty to uphold truth and accountability does not end here. To allow judicial interference in the institute of the process is undermining the very principle of checks and balances. Attorney Princess Abante. So, mag-start tayo kay Attorney Glenn Chong. Marcos Jr.'s power and influence is clearly eroding faster than expected. The Supreme Court's decision junking the impeachment complaint against BP Sara Duterte is a resounding slap in the faces of the greedy triumvirate BBM, Butod, and Tambi. Well, ang sabi ng mga eksperto and then yung mga sikat na personalidad, no? Since nalalapit na yung 2028 presidential election sa Pilipinas, maaaring bumaliktad na yung mga sumusuporta dito kala Marcos at Romualdez. Hanggang papalapit yung national election, which is again sa 2028, and malamang tatakbo ngayon si Sara Duterte, magbabaliktaran yung mga yan. And we'll see what's gonna happen. And kay Tito Soto, sabi, being a member of the impeachment court, I would rather hear what the HOR or House of Representatives has to say. I was just told by a legal luminary that in his situation, we can disregard the Supreme Court decision. Let me study that advice. Okay, good luck. Senator Joel Villanueva, hindi sumangayon na i-dismiss ang impeachment complaint. Tinutulan ni Senator Joel Villanueva ang motion ni Senator Bato de la Rosa na i-dismiss ang impeachment complaint laban kay Vice Presidente Sara Duterte sa Senado. Paliwanag ni Villanueva, di pa nagko-convene ang Senado bilang impeachment court. And kay Senator Mig Subiri, ito ang ganda ng comment niya rito. Sa mga gusto pang ituloy ang impeachment proceeding sa Senado, ito ang sagot ko sa inyo. So, after to na nilabas na decision ng Supreme Court, we may be courting a contempt order from the Supreme Court and a possible constitutional crisis, not to mention a dangerous precedent, should we proceed with the impeachment trial in defiance of a unanimous en banc ruling of the High Court. Ignoring the SC decision is tantamount to eroding the very principle of judicial review established in Angara B. Electoral Commission 63 Phil 139 1936, and in turn endangers the delicate system of checks and balances that is foundational to our democracy. Whether we agree with the decision or not, the Supreme Court remains as the final arbiter of constitutional issues, lest we destabilize the very framework of government. Respect and honor the Supreme Court of the Republic of the Philippines, period. Matutulog na ako para sa'yo, bahala kayo dyan. Check naman natin yung naging reaksyon ni Ma'am Rowena Guanzon. Alam ko dati siyang part ng Supreme Court, nag-graduate ng UP. Ang ganda rin ng mga nakakatawa yung mga patama nito eh. So ito, pertaining sa impeachment, sabi ni Ma'am Rowena Guanzon, madami mas magaling pa sa Supreme Court. Ang requirements para maging justice ay dapat graduate ng law, pumasa ka sa bar, matagal naging abogado at tumawak ng iba't ibang posisyon ng gobyerno or private practice kung saan nakitaan ng galing. Dadaan pa rin yan sa JBC na matinding job interview para naisama sa shortlist. Para maging member of Congress, read and write lang, di ba? Tapos para mananalo, either magaling ka talaga na may tiwala ng taong bayan sa'yo, magaling ka lang bumili ng boto, o di naman ay pinapa-disqualify mo lahat ng kalaban mo para manalo. So alam nyo na kung sino yung pinapatamaan niya dyan sa pinapa-disqualify ng kalaban para manalo. And yung mga bumili ng boto, dami ng ebidensya, wala pa ring napa-disqualify tong COMELEC kasi hawak nila BBM. Yung George Garcia, puro kadayaan. And I just want to play this clip, no. Ito nilabas din ni Ma'am Rowena Guanzon. Nag-post siya sa page niya sa Facebook, and tinatanong niya kung paano na mangyayari dito sa mga nag-sign. Itong nag-sign na to ng mga congressman na tinatawag nila na para i-push yung impeachment laban kay BP Sara Duterte. So lahat ng yan, over 200 na congressman na di umano binayaran ng 150 million pesos each para lang ma-push yung impeachment sa House of Representatives papuntang Senate. And then, yan, i-check nyo na lang yung mga pangalan. Baka nandyan yung mga representative ng mga lugar nyo sa Pilipinas or mga congressman na tinatawag. And then, on the right side, sabi rito, ng Batas, Philippines, House Speaker Martin Romualdez confirmed that he ordered the House of Representatives to file a motion for reconsideration against the Supreme Court's ruling that declared unconstitutional the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte. However, Romualdez clarified that while he respects the High Court decision, he believes that there are a few points in decision that need to be clarified. We are in the process of reading the decision of the Supreme Court, but of course, we shall respect the decision. We shall also exhaust our remedies. We'll also be preparing a motion for reconsideration, MR, within 15 days of our official receipt, he added. So si Laila De Lima, kinwestiyon niya yung Supreme Court. Si De Lima dating naging secretary ng Department of Justice ni Noynoy Aquino ata yun. Nagbigay siya ng comment against the Supreme Court, and I think just yesterday naglabas siya ng statement na humihingi ng apology sa mga nasabi niya against sa decision ng Supreme Court, which is unanimously binasura yung impeachment labang kay Sara Duterte. Next, eto, mag-react din tayo dito sa mga memes and then pinost ng mga kilalang personalidad kagaya ni Harry Roque na sumusuporta sa mga Duterte and naglingkod sa government ni PRRD or President Rodrigo Duterte. And andito rin yung video nitong si Percy na naman to, ni Congressman Percy si Boy Ngiwe na kilala naman natin na talagang gustong mapabagsak si VP Sara Duterte. And isa pa, itong si Congressman Percy or Ngiwe, kilalang makakaliwa or member ng NPA. Kaya talagang gusto nilang i-push na mawala talaga sa politika si Duterte para sa next election. It's either sila ang mamumuno or yung mga pinklawan, mga dilaw, and or si Martin Romualdez, which is delikado ang magiging future ng Pilipinas kapag sila na naman ang uupo. Page ng DDS 2015. Voltes 5, bigong-bigo. Thank you and bye. Never forget mga face nyo. Ayun, 5 nagpa-picture na suot na yung mga toga nila. Pil na pil yung pagiging Senate Justice sa kung maaring matuloy yung impeachment ni VP Sara. May mga nagsabi na for sale na yung mga toga nitong mga to. So hindi na nila magagamit yan. Not until February next year kung sakaling mag-file sila ng same na reklamo regarding kay VP Sara or panibagong complaint na naman. And then, base kay Harry Roque, ito naman. And God did not hear their prayers. Kasi nga, bago siguro yung decision ng Supreme Court, nagpadasal tong sa mga member ng House of Representatives sa pangunguna ni Martin Romualdez. Impeachment case versus VP Sara, dinasalan, binasbasan sa Kamara. And yet, bigo. Sabi nung ibang nag-comment, sa iba ata sila nagdasal, baka kay tawag dito, sa demonyo. Kaya hindi natupad yung mga masamang balak nila. And panoorin natin to reaction ni Percy, ni Kangiwe, Congressman to NPA.
Gaya ng makulimlim na panahon, madilim din ang ating demokrasya. Binaliwala ng Supreme Court ang konstitusyon, binaliwala ang sarili nilang mga desisyon.
Okay.
Binaliwala ang separation of powers para lang protektahan ang vice-presidente. Nireduce ng Supreme Court ang kanyang sarili bilang Supreme Coddler of the Philippines. The dismissal of the impeachment sets a dangerous precedent. Lahat ng tiwaling politiko pwedeng magtago sa likod ng Supreme Court at takasan ang pananagutan sa sambayanan. A disastrous day for Philippine democracy.
A disastrous day, Okay.
Gaya ng
Good luck sa mga pinagsasabi mo. Naglabas na ng issue or statement ang Supreme Court, and then yung mga talagang lawyers, ay mga personalidad na talagang nakakaalam ng batas. And we'll see kung anong mga mangyayari. And ito, dapat tong mga to na kung may question sa Supreme Court, dapat patawag nyo silang lahat, yung nag-decide, yung unanimously nag-vote ng pagdi-dismiss ng impeachment laban kay VP Sara. Patawag nyo sa Congress or kaya sa Senado, pa-open nyo lahat ng Supreme Court justices, sila questionin nyo. Ewan ko lang dito sa mga to. Okay. Basahin natin tong mga funny memes and yung mga reaction ni Miss Sas Rogando Sasot sa kanyang page. Yung bago kasi lumabas, di ba? Ang dami nagka-question, yung mga pinklawan na yan, mga congressman, kagaya ni Nguwi sa kanila De Lima, nila Kiko, Matching. Sabi rito ni Miss Sas, di pa yan final, may Supreme Court pa. Kaya tinawag na Supreme Court, di ba yan yung pinakamataas? Tapos Supremer, Supremest. Supremest. Parang superstore Super duper Supremest. Huwag kang makpakampante, BP. And then, pwede po bang i-refund ang binayad ng mga signatories ng impeachment complaint? Hindi mo pera yan. Well, kasi nga, 150 million pesos per signatures or signature ng mga congressman na yan. Biruin mo, nagsayang ng pera. Pera ng mga taong bayan yan Grabe. And then, Wilton Shea, then, or how do you pronounce it? Reaction ni Miss Sas dun kay Richard Foronda Hedarian na proclaim na tawag dito, analyst or niya? Kalimutan ko. Parating barado to kay Miss Sas Fact, Duterte had appointed as many as 13 out of 15 Supreme Court justices by 2022. So parang ibig niya ipaiwatig na yung 13 nag-decide unanimously na i-cancel yung impeachment based on umiiral na batas sa Pilipinas, sila yung pumabor. Kasi sila yung in-appoint ni President Duterte. Kaya sabi ni Ms. Sas, well, to shade then, or Tash, the signatories of the impeachment are all Martins boys and girls. FU. And then, eto, kasi nga nagkakagulo na, dahil kung may question, full-blown constitutional crisis. Only the source of government authority can resolve this, the people. And lastly, ito yung now you know why they hate the Senate decision to remand the impeachment complaint. Because if the Senate already commenced impeachment trial, the Supreme Court will have no choice but to render VP Sara's petition as moot and academic. And then, may nag-comment, nakakaalam sa batas to. To all those who bash and talk against Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, this decision of Supreme Court only proved that he is right all along. Shame on those who called him names at puro kutya about 10K ayuda. Senator Alan will always be one of those lawmakers who will remain sharp and wise in any situation. Sabi nga ni Senator Alan, kung malakas kayo sa tambayan, alam niyo ang pulso ng tambayan, talunin niyo na lang sa eleksyon.